Hello, hello, hello. Good morning. Good morning, guys. Good morning, guys. Last day of the week. And honestly, we have got a pretty clean setup to walk through today. But before we get into today, let's quickly talk about yesterday because there's a real lesson there. Yesterday, I said Thursday could be tricky because the economic data was mixed. And it was mixed. Inflation came in softer on the month, which the market really liked, but growth missed and personal income was flat, which gave traders a reason to be cautious. So the caution made sense. But here's what actually happened. The market rallied anyways. S&P closed at record high. Nasdaq closed at record high. And that's the lesson. When buyers are in control, they can buy through mixed news. The economic data mattered, but it wasn't the story the market cared about yesterday. The story market cared about was AI strength, risk appetite, and buyers still willing to step in. So, I mean, the takeaway is not the data didn't matter. Of course, it matters. The takeaway is respect the tape, respect the price action. Watch what price actually does, not what the headline says it should do. And honestly, that is one of the fundamental reasons why I even created this channel is to cut the fluff. Now, going into today, the setup is definitely more friendly. Overnight, the US and the Iran agreed to a 60-day pause in the conflict, and this time the market seems to be treating it as more credible than the fake reports that caused all those, whipsaws earlier this week. Oil is dropping again, and that matters. When oil comes down after, geopolitical headline, it tells you that the market is starting to believe the risk is calming down. Futures are slightly green, and we're coming off record highs from yesterday. So for now, the wind is at the bull's back going into the open. But that does not mean we chase. The big story this morning is Dell. Dell reported um, after the close yesterday and absolutely crushed it. They raised their forecast up for the year because demand for AI servers is still massive. The stock is up huge pre-market, absolutely huge. And here's the trading lesson hidden inside that move. When a stock is already up that much before the open, you probably already missed the easy part. The gap is not automatically you just start trading that. A lot of traders see a stock up 30 or 40% and feel like they need to get involved right away. But that's usually how you end up buying the emotional high of the morning. So instead of chasing Dell at the open or even chasing any of the names at the open, the smarter thing is to watch the price action. right? That tells you, and being a little bit patient to for the price action to form itself. IBM is a great example. Remember, I've been talking about IBM on this channel for so many days, ever since we had this amazing move on IBM. Um, so ever since we had this candle here on IBM, like that's a massive, massive candle. And we waited for a proper risk entry. And the risk entry came when we had a retest of 248. And what a monster trade. What a monster trade. Like this perfect swing trade. This is where you double your account just by being patient. So let the market show you if buyers actually follow through on all of these gap ups. So the first like 15 to 30 minutes of the market opens are absolutely critical for the price action to form itself. One of the one of the best things you can do if you're struggling to have some sort of consistency in trading is just to wait. Wait for the action to show you what it wants to do. Is the market holding up? Is the market fading back? Those things you have to give market time to develop and then you trade. So, regardless, just remember today is Friday after a long weekend. So, don't be surprised if some traders take profits later in the day. That's normal. That does not automatically mean the market is broken. Just be mindful of that. The one honest risk today is headline risk. This good mood depends on the Iran pause holding through the weekend. If a bad headline comes out Saturday or Sunday, Monday could open very differently. So just be mindful of your positions today, whether it's day trade or swing position. So even though the tape looks strong right now, don't carry oversized position into the close just because everything feels good this morning. That's how traders get caught. That's how traders blow up their accounts. So I would say respect the strength, but protect your account. That's the most important thing you can do, especially when you're starting out. So my game plan is simple, and I have a few stocks that I'm watching. First, I want to see if SPY and Qs can hold the strength from yesterday. That's the main thing first. And what I also want to see is if the AI trade will automatically follow the momentum we've had on Dell. The reason why I brought up Dell is not so that I want to trade Dell today, but how that shifts momentum in some of the other names. And third, I want clean setups after the open, not emotional entries right at the bell. No chase, no revenge trading, no oversized positions. Just be mindful of Friday risk. And listen, I mean, if you're watching this and you've been struggling, I want you to hear me clearly. Every trader you respect was once exactly where you are today. The ones who made it weren't always the smartest in the room. They weren't the ones who nailed every trade or caught every move. They were the ones who kept showing up. They kept their losses small. They kept learning they kept learning when nobody was clapping. They stayed in the game long enough for the lessons to compound. And really, that's it. That's the whole secret. You don't have to win today. You just have to be a little bit better than you were yesterday. And more importantly, you have to still be here next month, and the month after, and the month after. And you have to let it compound. That's how you do it. That's how you make it in this game. So trade your plan, protect your account, and wait for confirmation. Waiting for confirmation is probably one of the best things you can do. As always, trade better and smarter. And I'll catch you on the next one. Take care.